What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Monday. Aren't we excited? Brand new week. Today is August the 12th. If you're watching this video at any other time, all the information is relevant to you. How we work in the spiritual world and realm is that when we come across a video, a TikTok, information, a content post, just because it was recorded on a certain day in a timeline doesn't mean that it's not relevant to you. So when you land on this video in whatever capacity that is, I'm just going to try and pull up the group here, whatever capacity that is, it's exactly perfect for you in this moment of time. So I was guided to drop into two concepts today to bring into your field of awareness. And don't mind me, no matter how much makeup I don't wear, it still looks like I have makeup on my face. It's so crazy. Anyhow, let's move it through. So the first concept that dropped into the field of awareness for us to consider today is the word and energy of patience. And guys, I've been going through my fair share of dynamic shifting. My clients are also being pressed up against their edges, and we are in this really, really intense energetic space of collapsing old timelines, of stepping up into the field, and of actually being in the purity of our light. And this is creating some inconsistencies in flow. It's creating some questionable doubting. It's creating some, holy fuck, am I going to be able to do this? It's creating a lot of questions in the field of some of this awareness. And I wanted to just bring this into our attention today because of the fact that we are being led through a pathway at this moment. And some of us want to go through it really fucking fast, which is me. I see him in the pathway. Let's fucking move this. And I feel the message right now is about patience. And it doesn't mean that we can't try electronics in this house, but the energy of patience for me is even showing up in the field. It's showing up for me to be like in awareness of what does this mean in the space of my spiritual evolution and pathway. And I desire to move energy through. I've got a rock solid strategy to work within this week, and it's potent and it's aligned, and it's going to take some grit to move through around client calls and programs that I'm teaching and stuff, and step up into that space of being able to hold it. But I know that I can, and I know that it's going to work. And as I look at this strategy for my business, the energy still comes in. There you go. Of patience. How do we have patience for the timelines to be able to merge so that we can be fully maneuvered? How do we keep surrendering into the space? How do we keep using our spiritual tools to help us ground and to help serve us in the space of things? So I desire for you to feel this today, to be like, where in your life do you need or desire or want to bring in the energy of patience to be able to like let go of some of the baggage, like I get we're under pressure. We're in a really tight pressure timeline right now. We are under pressure, but that also serves some of us, that we start to take action in that pressure, and we start to move within that pressure, and we start to maneuver ourselves within an alignment that way. So I just wanted to bring that into your conscious awareness. That's number one. Number two is grounding. So today I lead a grounding ceremony, and a ceremony for me in the space of grounding is about how do we really, like, not just in earth experience, not just in earthing or grounding in nature, but how do we consistently bring in the energy of grounding in our life when we're up against dynamics of change, when we're in spaces of stress, when we are, up against this massive growth energy. The foundation pieces are in grounding and bringing ourselves back into a present moment. So if we think about what grounding does, is it literally allows us to come back into our bodies and root ourselves back in any time and any moment that anything is transpiring. And it's one of those gifts that we get as humans that is a free gift that we got, just like our breath, right? Our breath and breathing is a free tool we brought down with us. And if we actually understand this and we dive into this energy, it is so necessary for our spiritual pathway and expansion to use our breath to be able to maneuver stuff forward. And most of us don't even recognize that it's there. I wonder when. Like, I didn't officially start to do like breath work until a few years ago. But if I remember correctly, especially when, when you have like anxiety attacks or panic attacks, when I moved to California back in 2017, 2018, I had my first ever panic attack. It was the only one I've ever had. And I was like trying to breathe through the energy of stuff like this, right? So it's like I always knew the breath was a key, but I didn't understand that it was an asset and a tool that we created in our physical forms to come down to be able to have it as a tool and an asset. So just like grounding, being present in the body, allowing ourselves to come back into this physical form is a tool. So today I'm leading a grounding ceremony. There's a small investment of like $17 if you desire to have that or to get the recording, because all of these ceremonies I'm doing lately and all the spaces that I'm working within, maneuvering forward in circles and stuff, is what I call a toolbox that I'm creating for each person to have these assets. So you may watch this video and be like, oh my God, I need to have that grounding ceremony and understand this more in the light. Just send me a message and I'll get you the link and you can have the replay, and it will be yours and lifetime access to that energetics, because we are coming up against this energy that is really dense but super light filled, which means that we've got to be able to be upgrading in our energetic forms and bodies and use grounding as a tool, but we also need grounding to be able to get through the darkness and the shadow stuff. So we're using it in multiple facet ways. And it's not just about going out into nature any longer. Just like clearing our houses with sage isn't effective any longer just in that energetic field. We've got to add more intentional energies and bring in some other dynamics to be able to pull it together to be able to hold this. So one of the keys in grounding that I want to share with us today, just to bring into awareness, is taking a moment to come back into the body, right? When we ground into ourselves in conviction, right, in that energetics, if you imagine it's almost like a pillar comes and drops right in through the body, right in through the physical form, and that energetics is the grounding energy. It is the energy right there of being able to support and hold the space of that energetics moving through, that we can get back into alignment within ourselves, that we can come back into the space of this connection, and that we can be while we execute, right? And if you think about that, it's like, okay, yeah, so it's like the being wrapped up in the doing, because most of the time when we're grounding in to execute, whether that's to meditate, or that's to take an action, or that's to move an energy through. So considering today these two concepts for your field is like, where do we need more patience, or where's patience showing up and we're rebelling against patience, or we're trying to push a narrative forward that is not moving. So it's like, how do I bring it back into my field? And then how do I ground in to my body to be able to move this through, to be able to be served through this, to be able to be like, I'm here, I'm moving it, the energy's coming in, and things are maneuvering. So those are the two hits that we're dropping in today to serve you in this Monday dropped in channeled message inside of the Spiritual Warriors group. I like this group. I like coming in here every Monday and serving you and having a space like this to maneuver forward. And I really desire to continue to do this. If there's anything you guys want me to speak into or that you have questions about, just throw it in the group, because I will access those and move them through for you, and just really allow us to keep creating in this collaborative space to be able to, get the answers that we desire. Because we are at that pivotal point right now where a lot's moving in the field, and it's like we've got to really grit in and be in a collaborative spaces with people that can help serve us, or that we can align with, or that we can just breathe into with, because that's important as well. So sending you guys out lots of love today on this beautiful Monday, and August 12th, man, go out and get the day. And I'll see you guys soon.